We're here with Johnny Mouradian, the general manager of the Philadelphia Wings, and the man behind the American Indoor Lacrosse Association. We're here in Ridgewood, New Jersey, and we're really trying to see how you can combine box skills and applying them out to the field. We've got a lot of interesting stuff going on. Kids playing box half the day, field half the day. What's going on? What are you guys trying to stress and teach here?
Well, we're really all about, taking advantage of the features of the indoor with the boards and the NLL size goals and goalie equipment. And we teach the biomechanics and the principles and the tactics that we feel are very transferable to the field game. The pick series, the screen series, a lot of off-ball movement, a lot of movement to the ball. As we know, this field game is evolving. And a lot of coaches are looking at the indoor principles and using two-man games and three-man games. And so we think it's very important to get the players familiar in the tight quarters with the 30-second shot clock and small goals. Then when they get out in the field, they have a lot more time, they have more space, and the goals are bigger, and it helps them transfer. But what we really are all about is this, our platform is, we call it in-cross. It's the integration and convergence of the two games. And so we're all about training the players of the future, because when these young players get to college 7 years from now, 5 years from now, it's going to be a different game than it is now, and we feel that they'll have an advantage.
I mean, a lot of kids today, a lot of high school, middle school players, college players, I feel like they're discouraged from being creative and trying weird, wacky stuff. How do you get good at that?
Well, by being strange and wacky, and trying it, and we encourage it. I mean, we'd say, guys, just fake, wind up and fake, drop the stick in one hand, bring it up. All those little things that are going to make a difference. A little fake this way, a little fake that way. Just really be deceptive. Yep. Now, there's times and places to use it, obviously. If you've got an opportunity to throw a backhand pass, and you can throw a backhand pass, perfect. I think that for these kids to understand the principles first, a backhand pass principle is the same as this principle. You have to point the butt end at the target. Yep. You have to look at the target. And if you start with a below the waist cradle, that's a lot easier. And it all starts with the fingertip.
What are kind of the main concepts that you're trying to get across to the youngest kids who are here?
The biomechanics for them is huge, and even getting them to understand how the biomechanics in indoor are so different, because we have a lot of kids that we see come to our program that, because of the pockets they have, and because of playing on the bounce backs, I think the bounce backs are good in some respects, but I also think they create a lot of bad habits, believe it or not, and because the kids tend to just push the ball out of their stick, and the stick is in their palms far too much. So when we get them out here, we have them throw against the boards and pick up the ball down here, so they have the stick in their fingertips. Then when they bring them up, they bring the stick up, they can really close the gap and snap their wrists instead of having the stick in their palm and pushing the ball. So we spend a lot of time on pointing the butt in, finishing on the same side, really big on finishing on the same side rather than finishing across the body. As you know, in indoor, when you're running a lot up and down, you have to have that pass all the time right here. Yep. All the time. And a lot of times you're running down the floor and you have to throw the ball back to someone. And instead of slowing your feet down, we teach turning your upper body, a lot of upper body pointing the butt in. I even do a drill where I can put my back to the player. As long as I point that butt in, I can get that ball right in his stick. So we spend a lot of time with the young kids on that biomechanics. We're also teaching them backhand bounce passes and backhand shots and trying to be as creative as they can.